Hey everybody, Adrian Fontes, your Arizona Secretary of State. Welcome back to Fridays with Fontes. I hope you all had a great, happy New Year and are recovered if that's your thing, or just kind of annoyed at the fireworks if that's your thing, because some people are that too. Want to wish you a happy 2025. Hope everybody has a great and successful new year. And again, like I said last week, this month starts the annual series called the Arizona Authors Series. It goes from January to May, and the first event is going to be on January 23rd. You should find some information on our social and on our website about that. These are Zoom events, authors from all over the place in Arizona kind of come and discuss and get together, and this is just one of those great series that we put on here for folks at the Arizona libraries. We're going to be awarding the recipient this month, in fact, next week, for the John Lewis Leadership Award. The John Lewis Leadership Award is given by the National Association of Secretaries of State. On January 7th, we're going to be awarding that to the winner. So stand by for that. We're probably going to see some stuff on social when we do hand out that award. There were a whole bunch of folks to pick from, and it's going to be streaming live on our YouTube channel. There's going to be a link somewhere below, like down in where the rest of the words are, not up here. Do we still have the fireworks going up here?
We do.
So we've got fireworks. I know some people are annoyed by fireworks. Your pets get upset. I get it, but other people are celebrating. It's a tough balance to strike when we all live together. The first day, by the way, speaking of tough balances to strike, of the 2025 legislative session is January 13th. No, it's not a Friday. But it is coming up. Our legislature will be launching. There will be a State of the State address by the governor. A whole bunch of people are going to be there smiling and slapping backs and having a good old time. I'm absolutely certain there's going to be plenty of folks there, just chatting it up. All the politicos do their thing. We gather up in the house, and they put way too many seats in there, and we're all squished together. And some of us that are big squish into other people. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's a lot of fun. And it is the first day of the session, so that's how we just kind of keep things rolling here. Speaking of keeping things rolling, our book of the week, got to give it to Sam Lowe, the author of this one. This is Arizona Curiosities: Quirky Characters, Roadside Oddities, and Other Offbeat Stuff. Here's a fun thing about this particular volume that we have. It is actually signed by the author and dated October 25th, 2003. And this is really kind of fun. I was thumbing through this a little bit, and it's just like one of those great little books to have on the, next to the TV or something while somebody else is finishing an episode of Grey's Anatomy, and you're like, ugh, again, and then you can just read some fun stuff about different places, different people, strange stuff, cool stuff. Arizona's got all kinds of nutty things going on, and you can laugh your way through the Grand Canyon State. It is the wildest, wackiest, most outrageous places in Arizona. One-of-a-kind gems that are unique. It's called Arizona Curiosities, and the Globe Pequot Press are the folks who did this. So kudos, Sam Lowe. Well done. Got a couple of good chuckles. The staff are still kind of fighting over this to pass it around and get some laughs out of this thing. Now to our questions to kind of wrap up for today. What are some of the things we can expect from your office in the new year? Well, first, we are going to be preparing for 2026. 2026 is a midterm election, but all of our statewide offices are going to be on the ballot. And one of the new offices that's on the ballot for the first time, we will also be voting not just for governor, secretary, attorney general, treasurer, superintendent of public instruction, and state mine inspector. We're going to squeeze one in right up under the top there. Arizona will be electing its first lieutenant governor in 2026. So we've got to get all that stuff figured out. There are some election bills that we know are going to be boiling up in the legislature to figure out how we're going to work through those things with our partners down there. So 2025 is going to have a lot of really interesting things happening in it. So I'm excited about that. Second question, with there being no major elections this year, what do elections officials do in off years? That's an amazingly good question. So a lot of the things that we do are basic maintenance on our stuff. Maricopa County, for example, massive amounts of equipment, massive amounts of people that did stuff, and then they smash down to a tiny little staff. Those folks have to go through every piece of everything, all of the cords, all of the computer screens, all of the tables and the chairs and the sandwich boards. They got to make sure everything is clean and functional and ready to go, and that takes a lot of time. And so there's a lot of background maintenance that happens on sort of the equipment side of things. For our office, we will be promulgating a new elections procedures manual. We're going to wait and see which elections bills are going through the legislature, and as the legislative session moves forward, the governor will be signing or not signing some of that legislation. We will be working it into the elections procedures manual from 2023 to update it for 2025. There's a lot of other stuff that we do in elections as well, as far as elections officer certification training. Because of the changes since 2023 into 2024 and now 2025, we're going to be putting on training for a whole bunch of folks across Arizona. And there's a lot of new elections officials out there that may have just had their first cycle back in 2024, or 2026 is going to be their first one. So we got to make sure these folks have the knowledge and information and understand how this whole thing works. It can be a pretty complicated process. So there's a lot of planning, a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happened, a lot of getting ready moving forward. And there are a bunch of other things that have to get taken care of as well. We never stop with the campaign finance stuff. That's always ongoing. We never stop, with a lot of the other municipal and smaller jurisdiction elections. As you may know, municipalities have elections not during the general. A lot of times there's bond and override elections, and our elections officials at the county run all of those for the cities and the school districts. So they're pretty busy all the time. We just don't hear about it all the time, and that's okay. They get the job done out there, and we're happy to support them in those efforts. My name is Adrian Fontes. I hope you all have a really wonderful 2025. Stay safe. Make sure you're taking care of one another out there. And that's that for this week, I suppose. Bye-bye.